Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Studio, and in this video we'll be discussing a famous algorithm or a LeetCode question named as reversing a linked list, which is an easy tagged question under the tag of linked list. So this is a pretty simple question to understand, wherein you'll be given a linked list, and let me just show you an example of how the question looks like. So let's just say we have a linked list with pointers starting from 1 pointing to 2. So let's just say this is a linked list given to us, and we have to produce a final output of linked list that looks something like this, where 2 would be pointing to 1 and 3 would be pointing to 2. So this is the output that we get from the given input. You can think, okay, this is quite simple. You take in every element of this linked list and then store it into an array, and then you just reverse the array or come from the end of the array and enter into a new linked list. So one thing you have to understand while solving any linked list question is you should not use space much, because the main concept of linked list will be lost. Linked list is a data structure that was created to save the space, to efficiently use the space, and to solve the linked list question we are using against to solve it. So that's completely ridiculous and doesn't make any sense. So you should always try to solve the given question or given linked list question in that maximum of O of 1. If it requires, you can use some O of k or O of any constant number of arrays, which we'll be doing in some medium or hard tag problems. But in most of the problems, you should solve in O of 1 space. So without using any space, any extra space of any vector or set or hash map, you have to solve this question. And one more thing we'll observe from the given question is, initially in the given question, 5 is pointing to null, and whereas in this case 1 is pointing to null. In this case 1 is the head pointer, and in the second case, that is output case, 5 would be the head pointer. So the linked list is completely reversed here, right? How to go about solving this problem? Let me explain you a given state of a linked list, and then I'll explain you from there onwards how we'll progress to find the final solution, right? So let me erase the output first. So I'll show you a state of linked list where 1 is pointing to null and 2 is pointing to 1. So yeah, so since 2 is already connected to 1, what we have to basically do is we have to connect 3 to 2, and then consequently we have to finish the whole loop, right? So let's just say this is quite simple. Let's just say we have a pointer to 2 as A and pointer to 3 as B, because these are the both things that I'm connecting, and I'll write a simple thing like B dot next is equal to A. And what this will do, this will just create a link between these both. Let me make it here. And what it'll do, since there's a link being connected here between B and A, the link between 3 and 4 gets lost. And you can't travel further, right? Because you lost the access to node 4. So you can't travel further. So how to go about it? So that's quite simple. I'll maintain another pointer C. And in the next iteration, we have to not do something like C dot next equal to B and lose the access to the node 5. So what we'll do in this case, we'll just move the A, B and C one position to the right. So I'll show you how that happens. Let me take this A, B and C, and let me move this one position right. So what happened is A, B and C. So we have access to the next node, we have access to this node, and I'll perform the same statement, B dot next equal to A. So what this statement will do, with this will connect B to A and then erase the connection between B and C. So what I'll do again is quite simple. I'll just move A, B and C one position right. So what happened again, I'm connecting B dot next equal to A, and then I'm losing the connection between B and the null pointer. So basically you have completed the complete traversal of linked list, right? So let me explain from the start how to go about this. So this is quite simple, moving A, B and C. Let me move this way back. Let me move this A, B and C way back to the start and understand how things are being done. So let me apply to the first given linked list, right? So A, B and C. So A is initialized with null pointer. Then you connect B dot next equal null pointer. Then again you move this. Then again you move basically A, B and C to the next position, and then you reconnect this stuff and you go on. So this is quite simple, right? So let me explain you in a structured manner how these things happen. So this is the given linked list in our case. So what I'll do is I'll create pointers that are easily understandable for us. So let me create a new pointer named p and initialize that with null pointer, and I'll create another pointer called c, in the initial case I'll initialize the forward pointer which is known as f with the null pointer too. You'll understand that later. So p is previous pointer, f is forward pointer, and c is current pointer. Current pointer is the current position which will connect to the previous one. So c dot next equal to previous, and we'll move forward and so on. So that's intuitive of how we named these pointers, right? So I'll write the algorithm or the function that has to be occurred for every loop. So initially what I'll do is I'll transfer this forward to c dot next. So forward pointer is equal to c dot next. Easy. So what will happen here? Forward will be moved to c dot next, which is 2. Right, forward is pointing to c dot next. Now what I'll do is, the second thing is c dot next equal to previous. C dot next equal to previous. So what will happen in this case? My c dot next, this link goes away and a new link forms between c and null pointer. So one is pointing to null pointer now. Now what I'll do, I have to just move p, c and f one step right. So let me bring this up for us so that it will be easy. So what I have to do, I'll just move p, c and f one point like this, right? So to do that, what I have to do is basically, I should not move forward because forward will move the next time when loop starts again. So I have to just move current and previous. So what I'll do is, initially I'll point previous to current. So what will happen to previous now? It will move to the current position, and then I'll move current to forward position. So current equal to forward position. So what this current will do, it will move to this forward. Oh man. So it will move to this forward position, right? So this is quite simple, and I have to run this in continuous loop until the program exits. So we'll do for every iteration and just see, just dry run this code for every iteration of this given function. So what shall we do is, we'll just keep forward current and this thing down itself so that it's easier for us to move, right? So I'll move current, forward and previous one at a time, but whereas in the program the forward will move in the next loop, in the upcoming loop. So what will happen after moving is, current dot next is equal to p. So current dot next will be pointing to p, and the link before will get lost, and the pointers will move one point at a time, right? And again current dot next equal to p, so this will point here, and then I'll lose the link between here, and then pointers move again one point at a time. Current dot next equal to p, I'll erase the link between current and forward. So now forward is being pointed to a null pointer, right? Because 5 was being pointed to null pointer earlier. So now current is pointing to for previous, and then the connection between them loses, and again this thing. So at the last stage, what will happen is only previous and current will move, right? Because forward will move in the next thing, right? Forward will move in the next loop, but we will not go into the next loop. So only previous and current will move. Current will be pointing to null pointer. Forward will also be pointing to null pointer. Okay. So forward will also be pointing to null pointer. Current will also be pointing to null pointer, whereas previous will be pointing to this new head of our linked list. So what will be the condition that we'll write in this while loop is, while current is not equal to null pointer, right? So this is what we'll write. While current is not equal to null pointer, this loop has to undergo, and in the mean course of time, and when the loop runs, the linked list gets reversed. Will this work for all cases? Might not, because we have to handle for the base cases always. So what to do when the length is equal to 0? So when length is equal to 0, you can't perform this forward, current and next thing, right? So you have to return the head, because there's nothing to reverse in when length is equal to 0. There's no head at all, and head is a null pointer, so you'll return head. So you'll return null pointer itself. When length is equal to 1, when the length of the linked list is 1, that is you have a single node, then there's nothing to reverse again. So you'll again return the value of head. But where there's a length of 2, what will happen? Let's just observe for length equal to 2, right? So let me erase this part and consider for length equal to 2. So 1 is pointing to 2 and 2 is pointing to null. Initially what we assumed is previous would be pointing to null, current would be pointing to 1, and forward will be pointing to null. And while the loop runs, forward is equal to current.next. So what will happen is forward will move to current.next, which is 2, and then current.next equal to p. So what will happen? I'll lose the link between 1 and 2, and I'll connect 1 to a null pointer, and then I'll move these both one step at a time. This will move here, and in the next upcoming loop, forward will move to null pointer, and again current.next equal to this, so it will point to this, and obviously I lose the link between 2 and null pointer, and again previous and current will move one step at a time. So current will be pointing to null, and the loop ends, and you'll return p as a new head. The new head, the new linked list is 2, 1 and null. So this works fine when L equal to 2, right? Also, so it works in L equal to 2, and it obviously works with for all L greater than 2. So you have to handle only for the base cases L equal to 0 and L equal to 1, and you're done with the base thing. So let's get into our code editor on LeetCode and submit our question to the LeetCode judge. Yeah, so we are given a function which will return a list node. The function name is reverse list, which will be taking the head as input, and we have to return the list node. We have to return the node that will be the new head for the upcoming output linked list, and we have to make sure we'll use no space. So initially, let me declare the node pointers, the current, forward and previous. You can declare cur, prev and forward, or you can declare the whole current, previous and forward, but for simplicity let me declare only C. Initially C is equal to head because the current will be pointing to the head initially, and this node previous will be pointing to null pointer initially. In similar way, forward pointer will also be pointing to null pointer initially, and we'll write down a loop here while current is not equal to null pointer. So this is what we devised from our theory and discussion, that when current is not until current is not equal to null pointer, the loop has to go on. And the first thing that we have to do inside a loop is we have to assign forward with c.next, right? So the current, the next pointer pertaining to current will be assigned to forward, and then we have to change the link c.next equal to previous. So we have to connect the current to the previous one, and then now we have to change the links, that is previous equal to current and current equal to forward. So this is what we'll do with changing the links. So this is moving forward pointer, and then this is basically changing the link, and both these things are moving the P and C pointers, right? So you're getting this, right? And after you write the question, after you complete the loop, the previous would be the new node for the linked list, right? So you'll return P. As we have discussed earlier, we have to make sure that when length equal to 0 and length equal to 1, we have to return the head pointer. So we'll write down the base case. If head equal to null pointer, that means length is 0. There's no linked list that is being present there. And head dot next equal to null pointer, which basically means you have only a single node in the linked list. You have to return head, which might be the null pointer or the single node that's present. So let me run for the given test cases that are given in this question. So it's working for the given. I'll run for all example test cases. This is how you have to go on for the LeetCode problems. You have to run for the given test case that's present already in the console, and then you have to try for all the example test cases. Then once you're sure you're fixed with all the base cases and stuff, or if you want to try some more cases, like I have tried, they have given only this thing, I'll try the another base case when head dot next equal to null pointer, and let me submit this. I mean run the code. So it's working for all. So I'll just submit this code to the LeetCode judge. So we observe that this got accepted, and the runtime is very fast because we are not using any space, and space is also very less. We are using only space for the list nodes that are quite less. We are not using any contiguous area of memory. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you love the content on this channel, please subscribe to this channel and share this video with all your programming friends. Thanks and bye.